Hi guys, it's Jody Mae. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to enjoy this video. Today's video is going to be a what's for dinner, and it's going to be Cajun style fried chicken with mashed potatoes and corn on the side. This video is also going to be in a collab with a lot of great ladies that are going to have some awesome chicken recipes as well. And I'm going to leave the description or the link to that in the description box below. So once you're done with this one, seriously, you need to check them out because it's going to be off the hook. These recipes are top notch, I promise. So you guys have a great day. Let's get into this cooking. Okay, to start this recipe off, I'm going to be using some chicken thighs. I have half of these skinless and the other half I still have the skin on. They've already been rinsed and patted dry. And in this bowl, I'm going to be doing some eggs with a little bit of milk, kind of like a scrambled egg batter. And in this bowl here, I'm going to have just regular flour, and I'm going to be adding some seasoning. This here will be the corn flakes. They're going to be crunched up really well. Of course, salt and pepper. I'm going to start off with 4 eggs. We're going to have some sweet corn. Here is the seasoning that my mother suggested that I use. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Tony's Chachers, whatever. It's a Creole seasoning. And then some potatoes and cornflakes. So let's get this show going, shall we? Okay, I'm just going to take my eggs. I'm going to go ahead and get them going here. And all I'm going to be doing is just getting an egg batter just to dip the chicken in to get the good coating on it for the flour and the corn flakes. And after that, I'm just going to mix in just a little bit of milk. And then we're going to give that a good whisk. Okay, now that that's going, here's my flour. And to the flour, I'm going to add my seasoning. And like I said before, this here is the Tony Chachers, or however you say that seasoning, the Creole. And I don't like spicy food. I mean, I love it, but I really can't enjoy it because I have issues these days with acid reflux. So, here's the flour, here's the eggs. Now I'm just going to take some more corn flakes and just add it to this big bowl. I'm just going to go in and crunch them really good. Now, I already have my skillet preheating. It's on probably medium, about a medium heat. And I have about 1 inch of vegetable oil in there. You guys can choose whatever oil you feel best to use for yours, but that's what I use for ours. And then I'm just going to take my chicken, dip it in to the egg mixture. Oh, and I forgot to mix up my flour, didn't I? Let me get another one here so I can get that mixed up good. Get that Creole mixed in that flour really good. The guys are going to love it. They love spicier food. But me, I love it. I just can't eat it. So, now that mix is mixed up pretty good, we can finish. Okay, and here's the egg. And then we're just going to dip it into the flour and give it a good coating. I'm going to shake off the excess, dip it back into the egg. And now I'm going to dip it into the cornflakes. Get it coated really well with these. And this will be crispy. Very crispy. Just how we like it. Now this is going straight into the skillet. skin side down first is how I do mine. Just coat it really good once. Now back into the egg. And you may need to add more eggs. You may need to add more corn flakes. It just depends on how well the battering is sticking. And I hope you don't mind messes, because this can get a little bit messy. Oh, now see what I did? I done forgot to put it back in the eggs. That's okay. And then this will also go into the skillet, skin side down. I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, getting them all battered and getting them in the skillet, and then we'll skip to the next. And then here comes the boring part. All I do here is just peel the potatoes, get them ready to get on the stove and get them boiling. But I do have a serious question for you all. Do you guys have a preference on potatoes? Like me, I have a preference for the real Idaho potatoes. I do not like or even like the taste of the russet potatoes. To me, I just think that they're harder and they're more starchy, and they have that starchy taste when they're done. I've tried everything I can think of to get that taste and that texture out of them. I just cannot seem to do it. But with Idaho potatoes, they are always softer, and they're always easier to smash, and they're always easier to peel. And I do have carpal tunnel. It's not severe yet, but I do try to take it as easy as I can with my wrists. And Idaho potatoes, I'm telling you, they're so easy to peel and to cut that I don't even need to use a cutting board. Now, if I use russet potatoes, I've always noticed that I always have to use a daggone cutting board just because they are so hard to cut. And just the same thing with the pouched potatoes. I've always used the regular Idaho potatoes in them, you know, even the flavored ones. But when it comes to like Sara Lee, I think it's what it's called, Sara Lee or something, or no, Betty Crocker. I like the flavor of them most of the time, but still, again, they have that starchy taste to them, and I don't know why. Anyhow, let me know what you guys' preference are, if you guys have ever noticed it or not, or is it just me doing my odd little, my odd little things. Now, you guys, the secret to crispy chicken when you're frying it is you don't turn it a lot. You turn it once it's completely crisp on one side, then you'll flip it over and you'll let it crisp on the other side really well. The more you turn it, the more that the outside crispness will actually come off. So trust me, once you get it in your skillets, let it cook thoroughly on one side before you flip it on the other, and then you guys will see how crispy this actually turns out, and it's really, really, really good. Normally, I don't use the Creole seasoning. Normally, I would just use regular seasoning, salt, pepper, you know, things like that. But this here was I wanted to give it a little bit of a different twist, so we're going to see how well the Creole turns out. I didn't use a lot of the Creole seasoning just because I can't do really spicy food. So we're going to see how good this is, and I would definitely let you guys know by the end of this video how good it was. Have you guys ever tried it before? If so, let me know. I have not tried it before. Like I said, now I've used Cajun seasoning before, and I've ate things that are, you know, Cajun seasoned, but I haven't done my chicken that way before. So we're going to see how well this goes. You guys stick around. Enjoy. Okay, now for my mashed potatoes, all I use is a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, and then I use probably, I'm going to guess around 1/3 of a cup, maybe a little bit more of butter, and then I just use a little bit of milk. The milk and the butter, I like them together just because it gives it more of a smooth, creamier texture, but it also uses a hand smasher because I do not use a hand mixer. When I smash the potatoes, they still come out thicker and not runny, but then they also have that chunky texture too as well, so it makes it more like, you know, like your grandma would make them. Now, my mother will probably shoot me if she sees this video, but I'm going to cheat, and instead of doing homemade gravy, I'm just going to make this pepper gravy. It's in a pack. All you do is put 1.5 cups of water in a pan to boil on the stove, and then you get 1/2 cup of water, and you mix the gravy, or the gravy mix, whatever you want to call it. You mix that into the water. Just mix it really good, and then once the water on the stove is boiling, you just turn the heat down, or actually turn it off, I think, and then you just let it sit there for a few minutes, stir it, of course, and it'll thicken up on its own. Pretty simple, pretty quick, and yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching my What's for Dinner Cajun Style Fried Chicken. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more of these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget, hit that link in the description box below so you can check out the rest of the recipes. Have a great day, y'all.